Hello, magandang araw. Another lesson dito sa Principles of Reinforced Concrete, no? Meron tayong pinag-usapan na noon na derivation kung paano tayo makakapag-solve ng moment capacity ng isang singly reinforced beam. So we have three major simple steps. So nandun nga po yung taking the forces along the horizontal. Doon nga yun sa makikita natin yung force C at saka force T is a couple, forming a couple that they should be equal lagi, no? Tapos, dahil doon, makukuha natin yung stress, tsaka yung area, no, ng bawat forces. Which is, kung tatagpi-tagpiin natin yung equivalent stress block, sabi nga natin, no, is to form a rectangular simple or simple rectangular kaysa doon sa parabolic. So, kaya lang, matatransform yung ating area, shaded area, into a 0.85 F prime C by A. So, yung A tinatawag nating compression block height. Tapos yung C is the distance from the fiber, compression fiber to the neutral axis. Now, step 2 is mag-check ka ng FS or steel stress. If it is yielding, the steel is yielding or not. So, andyan lang yung ating pattern. No? And finally, you will get the summation moment at uh, either A, C or either T. No? Mn is equal to T times the moment arm, D minus Y bar. No? Y bar, meron kasi tayo dito ang centroid. Tandaan natin na yung compression force, no, will coincide or will direct doon sa center of the compression block. So ito yung tinatawag natin compression block, no? So tatandaan lang natin tong diagram na to whenever we are solving, no, a moment capacity problem. So direct analysis lang yung gagawin natin like ginawa natin sa rectangular beam. Okay? So we will do sample on a non-rectangular naman, no? Non-rectangular. So we will use these steps, but again, we will permit not to check the FS already, no? Hindi na natin i-check. We are going to say no permission na mag-yield na yung bakal. So FS is equals to Fy. So ito po yun. Sample, non-rectangular beam. So calculate the nominal or theoretical ultimate moment strength of the beam section shown. So this is a sample of non-rectangular, no? Hindi siya rectangular. Meron siyang 425 mm bars. Overall height is 600, width is 450. Okay? Meron tayong naka-oscillate dito na square, 150 by 150, with a special purpose malamang itong beam natin. So meron tayong F prime C na 21 and Fy or yield strength of 415 MPa. So we are going to solve the capacity or the Mn first. So later on, we will reduce that in a tension controlled manner. So we have a reduction factor of 0.8, 0.9. No? Let's start with the diagram again. So, ipwesto lang ulit natin yung mga kailangan natin. Okay, para mas madali nating natatandaan yung formulas. So, ganyan yung nangyayari during a load transfer. No? Nagkakaroon ng moment doon sa beam, no, na nagre-react yung ating mga steel tsaka yung compression force doon sa konkreto. Okay? So, MN yun. Okay? So, technically, ina-allow muna natin na nasa baba yung reinforcement natin. Ibig sabihin, we have a positive moment. No? Okay. Generally, we thought yung concept na general, no, Y bar yung ginagamit ko dito. Kinukuha ko yung centroid nung compression block. Pero tandaan natin, no, sa steps natin, yung AC kanina, yan, yung AC na to, ay area ng concrete block or yung compression block. Itong dilaw na to, yan, magiging block yan kasi ang width niyan is yung width ng beam. So, sa rectangular, easy lang siya i-solve kasi rectangle siya eh. Pero ito, may possibility kasi na yung height of compression block natin na A is bumaba siya out of the 150 mark natin dito. So, I will explain that further. So, next, pupunta tayo sa step 1. No? If we will take summation forces along H, no, yung mga forces lang na nandito is yung C at saka T. So, equal lang natin yun. And sabi natin, makukuha lang natin yung C when we multiply stress to the area. Ganun din sa T. Okay? Huwag natin kakalimutan tong general concept na to. And The stress of the concrete is yung 0.85 F prime C, AC, no? AC yung gagamitin ko dito kasi irregular nga yung ating shape. Hindi siya AB. Kasi kung AB lang, kung pang rectangle lang. Okay? So, tandaan, we have a non-rectangular. So, ito yung probable. Yung shaded part na to, yung probable compression block natin. So, we are assuming na bumababa yung ating height of compression block down to the 150 mm mark. Pero kapag yung compression block natin, napatunayan natin na hanggang dito lang siya within the 150 mm, ibig sabihin, it will act as a rectangular pa rin. You will just using AC is equals to A times 150 lang. So, ganun lang din siya. Now, I am referring to an area of compression here or area of concrete block. So, ganito kasi itsura niya, no? If we look at the 3D. So, may possible na ang centroid ng C is nandito. O baka nandito. So, may tatama dyan. So, for the meantime, ganyan muna. And then, ASFS. So, step 2 will tell you that to check FS, but we will permit still yields muna for the sake of this sample. No? So, therefore, your FS should be equal to FY. Okay? So, naka-set up na tayo dito. Your step 3 will say that you can now get the Fn, no? While with the formula Mn is equals to T minus Y bar. Tandaan, nag-moment ako yung T sa C. So, ito yung moment arm niya. Kasi yun yung Mn. That's the idea. You can also use C, di ba? dy, d minus y bar. Mag-moment naman si C sa T. So, either sa dalawa, you can use it. So, yan yun. No? So, sinubstitute ko lang yung mga value ng C natin, tsaka yung T. No? Okay. So, huwag kayong malilito dun sa Fy ha. Yung dito. Fs naman to in general, pero dahil pinipermit nga natin na nag-yield si steel, equal yung Fs sa Fy. Pinipermit na natin na hanggang dun lang siya sa ultimate strength niya. That's USD. Now, if we continue to perform the calculation, kunin mo muna yung AS when it is given as 425 mm. So, kunin muna natin yan. O, rearrange mo muna yan, ganyan. Tapos, kunin mo yung AS. No? 625 pi. Substitute mo, yan, with the parameters Fy and F prime C, you'll get AC as 45649.89. Suggestion ko, i-store nyo ito sa calculator. No? Sa kahit anong storage mo dyan. Para kompleto pa rin yung buo yung sagot. So, if you can see here, your AC or the logic is your area of concrete block is nasa 45,000 mahigit, no? The logical question mag-rise sa aabot kaya yung area of concrete block ko hanggang dito lang. Mako-cover niya kaya tong maliit na square na to. Parang ganun yun. So, kung ito yung compression fiber, diyan ka magsisimula. Okay. Kailangan yung AC mo ma-satisfy niya ito if you want to rectangular approach. Pero imagine, you are referring to this key or sa this square. Kung kunin natin area 1 yan, tapos ito area 2. Area 1 is 150 times 150. Diba? mm is 22,500 lang. Ibig sabihin, yung AC natin na area of concrete block is sobrang laki kaysa sa area 1. So, area 1 is less than AC. Therefore, your your height of compression block, A, is more than 150. Lalampas siya. Yan yung sukatan natin na lalampas yung area A natin sa 150. Mahalaga yon kasi para alam mo na mag-take as irregular yung compression block nyo. No? Pasalamat tayo kung hindi aabot yung A natin sa 150. Ibig sabihin, it will just act as a rectangle. Kasi ano lang yun, A times this weight lang. So, yun yung approach ng non-rectangular dito. Okay? So, mainly, nadagdagan lang yung natin, analysis natin ng mga ganyang bagay. But we are not getting away on the general steps that we have. So, instead of using AC as AB, you will not say A times B lang yan eh. Kasi dalawa ang area mo sa compression block. So we will settle the areas ng compression block. Tawagin nga nating C itong part na to, itong length na to. And pwede nating makuha yan along the way. Kung 150 ito, may Z ka dito, tapos yung A mo nandito. Pwede natin makuha yan. Okay? So, let the data put it here. No? Tapos, i-eyes natin. So, let me, make this in 3D form. Tapos, bigyan kita ng idealization. Yung concrete force mo, dumadaan dyan. Sa center niyan. Napatunayan na natin na yung area of compression block mo is bumababa dun sa 150 mark. Itong 150 height na to. Ibig sabihin, naaabot siya dito. That's the compression block. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo makuha yung centroid mula dun sa compression fiber. Ito, mula sa taas. Gano yan kalayo? Para makuha natin yung moment arm ng C to T or ng T to C. That's the goal, no? So, para mas ma-imagine mo rin, gawin natin yung cross-section. So, ito yung area 1, di ba? Ito yung area 2. Diyan yung Z, yung height niya ng area 2, and overall width. Tapos itong 150 by 150. So, ito yung Y bar, no? Yan, A. So, ano na re-realize mo? Paano makuha yung centroid Y bar? Yes, using your Barrignon's theorem. Na ginagawa na natin sa mechanics. Though non-rectangular to, pero purong parang regular shape lang din siya. So, madali lang din i-address yan using a Barrignon's theorem. Kunin mo lang yung area 1 tsaka area 2, di ba? And the total of area 1 and area 2 is typical na AC. Di ba? So, AC is the summation of area 1 and area 2. So, ito nga siya. From that, you will get C. Makukuha mo na yung Z. 51.44. Okay? So, from there, no, by Varignon's theorem, sabi na nun, makukuha mo yung centroid ng material or nung shape, the whole shape, if you will use the formula, no, the total area times the centroid is equal to, first, the area 1 in its centroid from a reference point. So, ang reference point natin is yung concrete fiber, compression fiber, sa taas po, no? So, Y1. Tawagin natin Y1. So, from here, kung ang area 1 mo is square, ang centroid ng square is nasa gitna. Ibig sabihin, 75 yan mula sa taas. Tapos, kukunin mo yung area 2, lagay mo dyan. Tapos, yung centroid ng area 2 is nasa gitna din. Susukatin mo yan mula sa taas. Ibig sabihin, 150 plus kalahati ng Z. Ganun lang. Okay? So, do it. Okay? So, substitute all. Nakita mo, AC, 45,604 na N siya. So, kinukuha natin yung Y bar, no? The position of the centroid as a whole. Here. Okay? Nakukuha. So, ibig sabihin, yung Y bar ko is 126.078. No? So, si Y bar is nandito. Technically, nasa around 150 plus 51.44 yung compression block height. Yung A. So, na yan. Okay? Ito yung Y bar natin. Ayos, no? Kung kinailangan mo yung compression block height, tinatanong halimbawa sa exam, so, ito yung sagot sa compression block height. 201. Actually, yan dito na yung Y bar. So, kung pupunta na tayo sa step 3, substitute mo na lang yung Y bar dito. Yung effective depth natin na D is obvious naman dito. Nandito siya. 375 plus 150. Okay? So, either sa dalawang tong moment equation you will use. Pero we will compute these two para mapatunayan natin na equal naman yan. So, doon tayo sa T, no? Because ASFY lang si T. Mas madali kumpara dito. So, si AS is computed as 6255. FY is 415. 525 si D. 126.078 si Y bar. Actually, no, ano lang. Simple. Dito lang naman tayo medyo tumatagal. Pero syempre, ingat lang din tayo sa pagkuha ng center nung compression block. At the same time, do sa steps natin, inintindi natin mabuti kung ano talaga yung typical na posisyon ng compression block. O, di ba? Ang saya. So, we have MN as 325,061,816.4. or we have 325.062 kilonewton meter. So, yan yung capacity ngayon ng beam na to. Hanggang dyan lang siya. Okay? Theoretically. Pero sabi nga natin, if we get the ultimate moment, we will just multiply that by reduction factor. Na? Reduction factor natin. Since pinermit natin steel yields, tinutukoy natin dyan na nagte-tension control ito. Pag tension controlled ito, ang reduction factor mo is 0.9 or 90%. Dahil sa sinabi ko kanina na i-perform din natin yung sa may C, no? O di substitute natin yun. 0.85 FRMC AC naman, no? Area of compression block. Substitute all. And if we calculate that, you will say na parehas yan. Dapat. Okay? 45649.89. Okay? So, 525 minus 126.070. Yan. Okay? So, almost the same. Okay? So, parehas siya. Mamili na lang kayo kung anong gagamitin nyo, no? Ayan. So, as I said, MU is reduction of the MN. 0.9 ang gagamitin ko since tension control. We have 292.556. This will be the capacity of that beam. Okay? So, by that, you can solve any irregular shape beam, no? Basta tandaan nyo lang yung concept na sinabi ko sa inyo. Magsimula kayo sa AC and you will check if irregular ba siya talaga o kahit ganyan yung shape niya, magra-rectangular method ka pa rin. So, may ibang paraan pa sa pag-deal nung moment, no? Pwede mong i-divert sa dalawang shape yung yung beam mo o itong beam na to. Tawagin mong C1 yung dito, C2. Kumbaga, dalawang moment, dalawang take ng moment, no? So, you can do that. Kung ayaw mong mag-Y bar, kumbaga. Pero if you imagine, ginagawa mong hiwalay yung dalawang force, parang gumagawa ka rin ng Barignold's theorem sa bagay na yan. So, sa ibang video, mapag-uusapan natin to. But for the meantime, dito lang muna ako and comment down below kung may tanong kayo sa topic na to and kung may gusto kayong ipasolve, comment down below din. So maraming pong salamat sa inyong panonood. Happy learning!
Let's go! Let the music play.